Welcome back, guys. We are back in our GTR from 71, the initial GTR, the beauty. Shame that in this episode we don't carry on using it because it was such a beautiful and amazing car to drive. We'll actually do this drift zone very quickly just because we can, and we'll move to, I believe, R32, which it's called V-Spec in here for some unknown reason. Actually, I know why it's called V-Spec, but we don't go into technicality of it. But we'll just enjoy our lovely little corner here. This is what I mentioned to you in last episode. This car might be really good in here, but you know, traffic stopped us from making a decent amount of points. But we would still max out the score and we would get 3 stars here. But hey ho, we'll move to the next build, which will be R32 Skyline. Then we will need to very quickly find it where it is. Sylvia, 350, 370, 350. Where is our Skyline? GTR V-Spec 93 AK R32. How quick or how slow this car is at outset. Have 276 brake horsepower, 2.6 twin port engine obviously, 5.5 knot 260 max torque 260 and 152 miles per hour. If you think about it, this car actually was designed in 1993 and for that time it was quick as hell. Obviously if you look at this car, it's 4-wheel drive. Why? Oi oi oi. Why it's showing that it's rear-wheel drive? I cannot understand that, guys. This car was actually 4-wheel drive. And yes, it is 4-wheel drive. Okay, it just during the burnout, for some unknown reason, game showed this car to me like it will be a rear-wheel drive, but obviously this car is 4-wheel drive. Then today probably will just have a grip races. I think we'll do 2 of them, to be perfectly honest with you, instead. Because I don't like drifting with 4-wheel drive cars. It's not fun for me, then I'm afraid we'll be not doing that. But we'll move to paint and wrap. We'll start with community wraps. See, can we actually find something what we will like? I like this one, to be honest. What else we have to choose from? Can we see anything what... you know what? I had this wrap in the Need for Speed from 2015, I believe, the original Need for Speed. Or we can actually use... no, because this is from R34, not R32 painting. And it's very dodgy as well. We don't want that. Then we definitely wish this beautiful not this one. Where is this one? I think this is the painting what we wish to go with, which I've been using before even Payday. Then we'll go with this. I really like this one. Now we'll move to body. We definitely don't want to keep those rims, but we'll start statistically like always with bonnet. We'll see what no, we definitely don't want to convert it to R34 front end, because we will be building R34 afterwards. No, we'll use standard bonnet. Front bumper, no, we don't want conversion. Again, we don't want that. And we wish those 2 intakes because we'll have great big turbo up front. We'll need to cool it off. In terms of front splitter, we need to have something like this. We need this in our lives. This looks just crazy. And we wish this one as well, as it's never enough of carbon on Skylines. We don't want to convert front end at all. it will look cool, but it's R32 and I wish to keep it as R32, and we wish to go with wide arches. I think wide arches sounds good to me. Nice, lovely, deep side skirts, and we wish to make it as wide as possible, as this car will be a monster on the end, I hope, and we'll enjoy driving it. We'll keep the original lights, I think. In terms of sound system, we'll upgrade that. Next one, we'll look what trunks. We cannot actually change trunk. Interesting. Then what spoilers do we have to choose from? Okay, as this is a Skyline, you know, you need to have massive wing on Skyline. Although I would never put this in my real life car. In this game, I definitely wish to keep it. And in terms of bumper, I definitely wish to keep the stock one. No, just no. We need our original Need for Speed frame, and we'll call it R32 because it's R32 and we wish to keep it that way, and we wish some nice splitter on the back. In terms of exhaust, definitely I wish something more JDM like. This is very JDM like. Actually no, because I have that stupid blue color. This is more JDM style. Also big pipe on the back. Now we need to find a decent rims for our Skyline. And to be honest, it's nothing better than Nismo wheels, to be perfectly honest. We'll have second Skyline with the Nismo wheels. I think this is the best choice what we can make here, and now we can just upgrade some calipers. But instead of Brembo, actually no, Brembos are well known from working with Skylines, then I will keep that. But we wish a vented brakes. I'm interested that in this game we cannot actually have a vented and drilled brakes, because those ones are which I have been using in my track car back in the day when I've been younger and I didn't have life commitments and I could spend a lot of money on cars. But interestingly, in here it's only a choice in between. They are or drilled or vented. There is nothing in between. It's not a combination of two, and obviously race cars normally have both of those, and ABS obviously it's switched off on those in that moment. In terms of lights, nope. We wish definitely a bit of JDM here, yellow lights, because this is how you can recognize Japanese spec, that you have the yellow lights. And now this car looks sick, and we can look at stance of this car. We definitely wish to slam it slightly, a bit of negative, because we can, and this car is beautiful. And effects, we'll look at nitro's green. In terms of smoke, we'll choose pink. I don't know why pink, but will be pink. And jingle bells will be our underglow. And in terms of exhaust, we can have a look how this car sounds at the moment. Beautiful. But we need to mod it first. Then we're starting with 2.6 liter V6. And I would wish a forged 2.6 liter engine, which will be the engine from this car. I know this is not the quickest, most powerful engine, because this one, this V8 would be. But I wish the forged version of 2.6, you know, we need to keep something in line here. 2.6 forged, it will be one of the fastest R32s. Although in real life they forging those engines to more than 1.1k brake horsepower, but in this game apparently they felt like 1.1 brake horsepower. It's the maximum what those cars can achieve. It's their choice what they decide to do, but in my opinion they could push those engines a bit further where this engine can go in real life, but never mind. But I'm happy that we have a forged version of this engine to choose from. Oops, we wish not drag but track tires, do we? Because this will be definitely not a drift build but track build, and will be not even attempting to drift this car. This will be pure track car for us. It's designed to do that and will be doing only that for us, and hopefully we'll do this as expected very well. But we are almost done, guys, and we'll move to race number 1. I'm hoping that you do like the look of this car as much as I do, because it's beautiful thing. But without further ado, we'll move to the oval race. Okay guys, we are back in our R32. We'll see how this car will do on the oval first before we'll move into our Sonic race. It will be interesting to know how well or how badly this car will compare to our original GTR from 71, which I believe, even with many mistakes of mine on that track, we achieved 3 minutes 3 seconds, I believe. Then we'll see do this car will be quicker or slower than the original GTR rear-wheel drive. As you can see in this race, this car actually handles like a dream. I could not say a bad thing about it. Potentially, you know, Ferrari FXX was way more stable on the corner, did not pull towards this barrier like we just hit the barrier, but this one is definitely quicker around this track than FXX was. But definitely FXX was able to hold the lane much better than this car and was way more stable than this. But saying that, this one is quicker, then, you know, it's balancing between two options. I don't even compare it to Koenigsegg, because that car was mad, and I don't really know how to compare it to that. It was very weird experience driving that Koenigsegg in comparison to other cars in the game. But it's not a bad car, don't understand me wrong, it's brilliant, but it's not my cup of tea. But we finished this race with respectful 1 minute 35 seconds. Then we'll move straight to race number 2. Okay guys, we are back in Sonic Sprint race. As we remember, the original GTR from 71 made time of 3 minutes and I believe 3 seconds. Then we'll see how well or how badly R32 will do in comparison. You know, we're talking about over 20 years of technology up. Plus, you know, we have forged 2.6 liter engine instead of putting massive V6 on the original GTR, which wasn't initially in that car. Then we'll see, is this Skyline with its original engine, just little forged with proper piston camshafts and springs, can do versus much bigger brother V6 4 point something in the 71 shell. Then we'll see in a moment, but for time being this feels stable, although cornering it's not very responsive, and I think I set up all of the cars the same way. Then you know, fair to say, if you think about having this car, I would not put downforce to a maximum. I would just keep this 1 or 2 tags under max, because as you can see the turning circle is not that great, depending on your driving preference, really, if you think about it, because some people might, like myself, use handbrake very often with cars like that, and they are happy to do that. Obviously this is not the quickest and the most efficient way, to do that, but on straight lines or little bends, this car, it's much more stable, it's much more fun to deal with. And I messed up this corner very badly. Basically, I didn't saw it and I reacted way too late, and we ended up close to water. But kudos to this car, it's responded really well and allowed me not to get into the water. As you remember, in Porsche we've been deep into water, and I believe in Ferrari also, and this is that non-responsiveness. I pressed handbrake to turn, but because we are so fast, this did not react, it went straight. And obviously this reason why maybe, but just maybe, would be worth to not putting so much of downforce into this car, because grip is amazing without that, and just have this turning circle a bit more in control, in my opinion. I think this is something what I will do if I'll decide to race this car in the future, because I don't lie to you guys, I will be using all of those cars online. Then if you will ever meet me in online races, don't be surprised if you will see one of our Skyline builds, or Ferrari FXX, or any other car which we built in the game. Then I'm hoping that, you know, you'll say hello while we'll meet in the game. But what time did we achieve in R32? 3 minutes, nearly 10 seconds, and 6 seconds slower than in the GTR from 71. That's actually shocking, to be honest. I didn't expect that there will be 6 seconds difference. But for now, the original 71, which I've been very impressed by, winning the competition. But still, this is not a slouch, and it's definitely beautiful, beautiful car. Then, you know, in terms of value for money, it's fairly cheap to buy, it's fairly cheap to modify, it's fun to drive. It's only question, do you wish a mediocre car? If you're looking for something quicker, there are plenty of options. Even, you know, the previous GTR or RSR, Porsche, or FXX Ferrari, but that's much more expensive. But you know, it's completely up to you what you wish to do, especially that it's no ranked games, we're playing for fun and just to enjoy the time with the cars which we can have in this game. But for now on, guys, thank you very much for watching, take it easy, take care.